action in the CSRA. News Channel 6. Greater headlines on News Channel 6. Brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
It's going to be a bit of a soggy Saturday as we're tracking showers moving into our area. I'll have all the details on what you can expect with your weekend forecast coming up.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, big bonuses coming for the Richmond County Sheriff's Office when employees could see the payout. Plus creativity and determination on display. How students are being honored for their entrepreneurial skills. And later, we'll get you ready for the holiday shipping season. What you need to know to get your gifts sent out on time. Your #1 source for local weekend morning news starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Thanks for joining us. It's great to be with you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Duck. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first let's check in with meteorologist Sherry Sheely. Sherry, good morning.
Good morning, Sean, and good morning to y'all. And I know it's a bit of a downer. We had lots of things planned for today, but Mother Nature had another plan. But the good news is we need the rain, so let's focus on that, right? Looking at our live Viper 6 radar, right now it's just some spotty showers moving through most of the CSRA, but we can see that moisture start to come from the south, so our southern lying counties may have some sprinkles already falling this morning. Looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam in Swainsboro, they've got it decorated so pretty for the holidays with all the lights, but notice those gloomy skies that are pending, and that's pretty much what we're going to see for most of the weekend. Another issue this morning, if you haven't got the rain yet, you've probably seen the fog if you've been outside, especially in those low-lying areas. We have some limited visibility, especially Aiken down to 1 mile and Bamberg alike. Our Carolina counties look to see most of the effects of that, but keep that in mind as you head out, that you might want to add a little extra time to your commute between the fog and the mist and the pending rain. It's just going to kind of be a little yucky this morning. Temperature-wise, though, very mild. We've got 58 here in Augusta, 60 in Aiken, even 63 in Bamberg and Sylvania. So pretty mild, almost warm, really. Temperature change from the last 24 hours, almost 15, 16 degrees warmer. So big change, especially from those frigid temperatures early in the week. So looking at our day planner, going to need that rain gear handy as we're tracking showers throughout most of the day. It will be spotty at times, might see some little breaks there, but overall you want to stay planned to have that umbrella handy, but temperature-wise, though, nice and mild in those mid to upper 60s there for us. So your headlines, expect a misty, foggy morning and a rainy weekend. I'll have all the details on the timing of all this coming up in your full forecast. Sean?
All right, sounds good, Sherry. Thank you. So bad weather has canceled 4 popular Christmas parades this weekend. In Rennes, the Christmas parade is canceled due to the weather forecast. Organizers say it will not be rescheduled due to logistics. The city of Grovetown has canceled its celebration for today. The festival has been rescheduled for Friday, December 8th. It will be from 5 until 9 over at Liberty Park in Graniteville, South Carolina. The Graniteville-Vaucluse-Warrenville Christmas Parade scheduled for today has been canceled. We're working to find out if it will be rescheduled. And in North Augusta, the Christmas parade scheduled for Sunday has also been changed. It will now be held Sunday, December 10th at 3 p.m. Staying in Aiken County, SLED has announced charges for a former Aiken County Sheriff's deputy. Investigators say Christopher Williams is charged with misconduct in office and assault and battery. The charges stem from a traffic stop in March when he is accused of firing his weapon as the suspect fled from the traffic stop. Investigators say in-car video shows that Williams was not in danger. It would be a happier holiday for some Augusta public safety workers. The Sheriff's Office has received approval for employee bonuses. Due to the large amount of vacancies during the year, the Sheriff's Office is ending the year with a surplus. So that surplus is allowing for big bonuses for department employees.
We received a request from our sheriff, Richard Roundtree, to pay his staff $5,000 each for his 2023 retention bonus, and this will be paid on his December 15th paycheck. It's going to cost about $2.8 million, and it is funds that's already allocated within his FY23 budget.
And commissioners did not have to approve the bonuses since the $2.8 million is already approved in the Sheriff's Office's budget. The Community Foundation for the CSRA announcing its community grant recipients and a literacy initiative funding. Dozens of local nonprofits and schools would benefit from this money. It is the foundation's 27th year serving the community, partnering with organizations like the Masters Tournament. More than $638,000 will be distributed to 46 nonprofits next year. Targeted schools in our area will be getting more than $280,000. The organizations were selected by a panel of volunteers based on their ability to utilize the money and make a meaningful impact through their service.
Most of the panels will choose nonprofits. They'll have 5 great ones, all that could be funded, but they'll typically pick the 2 that they feel like are most critical for this particular time and place this year, that need those dollars the most.
And for a full list of the awarded nonprofits, just visit us at WJBF.com. The first of 2 registration events for the annual James Brown Toy Giveaway is happening today. Those wishing to have the James Brown Family Foundation help Santa out this year can go over to the JBA from 9 until 11 to register. Current state ID and Social Security cards are required. Online registration is not available. The giveaway will take place at 8 a.m. Saturday, December 16th inside the James Brown Arena. 5 students were recognized in Greenville for their entrepreneurial skills. Taylor Farmer joined them at the Children's Museum of the Upstate. She has more.
Determination and creativity is being put on display by the young people in Greenville.
Really, really cool.
Children between the ages of 9 and 17 competed to have a product they made available for purchase at the Children's Museum of the Upstate. Parents in attendance were beaming with joy, proud of their little one.
Luna is here because she wrote the book Emily's Sister. I'm extremely proud of her because she is a child author, which is like a huge accomplishment. I've never done anything like that before, so I'm extremely proud of her.
Paige, Luna, Bentley, Lily, and Kayla created a variety of products, including Squishmallow scrunchies, pet rock play sets, earrings, recycled crayons, and a children's book. Bentley says all of his profit is donated to children in need.
A lot of us are luckier than you think, and other people aren't as lucky as you.
These bright young entrepreneurs are on the right path to success.
I also want to open up my own business and making a boutique where I sell my jewelry, and also want to give back to the opportunity I gave by having young entrepreneurs have their stuff in my store as well too.
2 winners were supposed to be chosen, but were told with so many great ideas the judges could not decide, and 5 young entrepreneurs were recognized for their skills.
It's certainly been excitement and enthusiasm to know that they can walk into a retail location, see their product on a shelf. It's gifting season. We imagine quite a few of these products are going to wind up in stockings and wrapped under the tree this year. And I think for any entrepreneur, young or old, that's a really exciting prospect.
And the next competition will be held next May. And this is the first time products by young entrepreneurs are being sold in the museum. Right now, fighting resumes in Gaza after
70 years ago, a local legacy was born that changed television forever.
Who would ever have thought that television would have become as important as it is, JB?
But throughout it all, one thing that has remained the same is the passion we feel for our community and the dedication we have to our viewers. WJBF News Channel 6, celebrating 70 wonderful years of coverage you can count on.
Augusta is...
and rain is slowly moving into the area. Sherry will time it all out for us coming up next.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
Get your home ready for the plants and furniture.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
So let's start off by looking at our live Viper 6 radar, where we've got a little bit of action going on in our southern lying counties. Just some spotty showers, looks like Emmanuel County's getting a little bit right now, but for the rest of it, it's mainly just a fine mist and a foggy situation to contend with. As we can look at our Skyview cam over at Washington Road, you can see we've got cloudy skies and it's a little foggy there in the distance. Roads are a little damp there, so make sure you've got those headlights on and taking it a little slower, and be cautious this morning as conditions aren't really that ideal. It's a bit on the soggy side, but temperature-wise, it's nice and mild. 58 degrees here in Augusta. Winds are nice and calm. And here in Augusta, visibility down to 8 miles, but some of our friends more towards Aiken County, it's limited even more down to possibly half a mile to a mile, so definitely keep that in mind. So let's look at the water vapor loop. So this shows the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. In these green colors here, you can see that surge of moisture just coming from the the Gulf, and that's what's giving us the cloud cover, and also associated with that is the rain that's on the way. So again, that air is, the winds are coming from the south in the Gulf, that warm, moist air, so you can see the temperature change up to 14 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So in addition to the rain, we also have those warm temps, which is quite the contrast from earlier this week when we had temperatures below freezing. How about that? So our farmers forecast, something that unfortunately has not changed. We are in desperate need of some rain, especially from Wilkes to Saluda County. Looks like we're even in that severe level of drought in northern Wilkes County to McCormick County, and also down in Emmanuel County and Screven County, needing some rain. So hopefully the rain that's coming today will help with that, as we have a 90% chance of rain today, so it's going to be a bit of a soggy Saturday there for us. But again, hopefully that will be beneficial. So let's talk about the timing of this rain. So right now, just some misty, spotty showers, but over the next hour or so, that's when that front will start moving in, and we'll see more of a widespread event that will continue throughout the morning hours, and then in the afternoon hours, we'll really have that reinforcement of moisture, and I think we'll see some of our heavier chances of rain in the afternoon hours, and then it will start to taper off as we get into the evening hours, give us a little break between Saturday and Sunday before it completely moves out Sunday. So here we go. Let's play it out on our future cast. So here we are at 7:15 this morning. That moisture starting to come from the Gulf by 11 o'clock. It'll say mainly the southern half of the CSR area start seeing those showers move in, and then by mid-afternoon around 3 o'clock, that's when it's really a widespread event. I do think this model is being a little bit dramatic. I don't think we'll see quite all this heavy rain that's moving in. I think it'll be more lighter in nature with just some little heavier spotty showers, but we'll see what happens as we move through the afternoon. That will continue, and then when we get into those evening hours, that's when it starts to be more spotty and start to clear out. And then we have a cold front that's moving through Sunday morning. Just ahead of that front, we'll see one more round of showers, and as that pushes through Sunday afternoon, we'll start to see some clearing. So we'll have a nice Sunday afternoon, and also temperatures on the warm side as well. So there we go. That's our future cast with the rain, and look at the temperatures. Here we are, 68 degrees for your Saturday. Get a little warmer for your Sunday into the 70s before that cold front passes, and then we'll see more reasonable temperatures for this time of year, and even below average temperatures, and that's the same for our lows. Nice and warm for the next couple of nights before we go back down into the 30s next week. So your 10-day forecast, gonna need that rain gear handy for much of the weekend, as we're expecting showers throughout the day on Saturday and for the first part of Sunday before we clear out Sunday afternoon. And also going to be a little on the warm side, Sean.
Oh, warm.
You don't like to hear that.
I don't. Well, Sherry, thank you. We definitely need the rain, my friend.
Me too.
The somewhat controversial Christmas movie coming back to the big screen. What's trending is next.
The most significant loss of wrongful death.
Tree lighting, the Christmas light up spectacular.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending. So CEO Elon Musk took to the stage to unveil all the details of an unconventional car. The truck's body is bulletproof, the windows are rockproof, you can tow more than 11,000 pounds, and it can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in just 2.6 seconds. A base model is expected to go for around $60,000, while a Cyber Beast version will go for nearly $100,000. So far, only a select few employees got the truck, and it's unclear when it will be available to the public.
So how many of those are you planning on ordering?
Well, I thought you were going to give me that for Christmas because you're the money lady.
Okay. All right. We'll have to do some refiguring. I do like the idea of that rock-proof windshield, though.
Yeah.
Because I have a time with that on the interstate, especially. That's a little out of the budget.
Those South Carolina roads.
I know.
We'll take a look at this one. It's coming just in time for Christmas, and while many argue the Bruce Willis action-adventure film is not a Christmas movie, others say it is. So either way, 20th Century Studios will be showing Die Hard in theaters for the week starting December 8th. Tickets are available now.
I have never seen Die Hard.
Well, we're in the same category. I've never seen it before. And just looking at the video that was on the screen, it just doesn't seem like it would be a Christmas movie.
It doesn't, but I've seen a lot of people argue that it is.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have to go check it out in theaters.
Yeah, there we go. Because it's available. Well, coming up on Good Morning Augusta, healing through stories of loss and love. Monique Williams will join us to talk about her new transformative book, Morning Joy. That's coming up. But first, let's send to New York, where Gio Benitez is standing by with a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America. Good morning, Gio.
Hey there, good morning on this Saturday. Coming up here on GMA, warfare resuming in the Middle East. Latest on George Santos kicked out in a historic vote, the reaction from Capitol Hill and what happens next, plus what this could mean for the balance of power here. And finally, test the season for some football. The SEC Showdown is in just a few hours. The biggest weekend in college football, the biggest trend on Google right now. ESPN's Tim Tebow joins us live with what to expect here from the conference championships. That's all ahead right here on GMA.
People with disabilities.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
And we're starting the bottom of the hour a little bit early. It's 7:28. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Meteorologist Sherry Sheely joins us now with a quick check of the forecast. So no severe weather, just showers.
Just some rain,
Okay.
yes, which I know it's raining on lots of parades today,
Yeah.
but
Well, some of them are rescheduled, rescheduled, so that's a good thing.
yeah, and we need the rain. So
Absolutely.
we'll focus on that. So let's focus on our Live Viper 6 radar to look at this rain. So right now, just some spotty showers moving through most of the CSRA, but it's starting to move in from the south. So it looks like Swainsboro is starting to see some rain, into Screven County as well, and that will continue to be moving into our neck of the woods over the next several hours and really most of the day for your Saturday. Looking at our our Terry Labor Hyundai cam in Swainsboro, you can see they've got those cloudy skies. Looks like the roads are wet as rain is starting to fall down there, and that will be continuing to move our way. But right now, the main issue through most of our Carolina counties is going to be the fog. So we are down to 1 mile of visibility in Aiken, 6 in Barnwell, and 8 here in Augusta. So keep in mind that fine mist and also some foggy conditions this morning could make it tricky on your morning commute. So temperature-wise, though, we are on the warmer side of things, if you will, as we're at 58 in Augusta. Lots of 60s all across the board. So certainly a big difference from the frigid temperatures we experienced earlier in the week. So we're going to continue those mild temperatures throughout the day, even warming up to possibly 70 degrees for some of us this afternoon. But again, that rain persisting through most of the afternoon, so going to need that rain gear handy. So your headlines are going to expect some misty, foggy conditions this morning and a rainy weekend. I'll have all the details of the timing and what you can expect for your weekend coming up. Sean?
Silence kills, but transparency heals, so let the healing begin. That's the message from a self-published book, Morning Joy, Life Lessons from Our Late Mothers. Monique Williams is the author, and she joins me today. Monique, it's great to see you.
It's so great to see you, Sean. Thank you for having me.
I'm so nervous to have you sitting here with me, but
I'm the nervous one.
All right, so Monique, you're going to have a book signing December 2nd over at the Jesse Norman School of the Arts.
Yes, yes.
Before we get into that, tell me a little bit about the book.
Oh, wow. So 8 years ago this month, my mom passed away from lung cancer, and I made her a promise on her deathbed that I would write a book. I did not know it would be this type of book, an anthology, but I felt that I had to keep this promise that I made her.
And you want to do it self-publishing. You were telling me before, it kind of allows you to keep controls over certain aspects of the book.
Right. So, Sean, as a journalist, you understand you are very protective of your sources.
Absolutely.
And I felt that these women trusted me enough to come along with me on this motherless journey to share some of their innermost and deepest journeys with their own mothers. And I wanted to make sure I really protected that and kept that close to the heart. So I chose to self-publish.
So why did you want to choose these 10 women to share their stories? It seems like you guys have similar stories. So why was it important for you to connect with them?
It was super important. You know, the number just ended up as 10 plus myself, so there are 11 in all. And these were the women who decided to continue the journey. A lot of women started because it sounded like a great idea. Yes, let's talk about what it's been like without mom, and hopefully it can help somebody else. But as you might imagine, as women got to really writing and sitting with their feelings and conjuring up all of those emotions, it became difficult for some of them to complete. So we ended up with 10 phenomenal women from all walks of life, different ages, different backgrounds, and myself. And we really poured our hearts out into this project, and we hope it'll be a blessing to some other people.
Any particular things stuck out with you and the conversations you had with these women?
There was a common thread that mother-daughter relationships are very unique in a lot of ways. There's good, bad, ugly, and everything in between, and we are just thankful for it all. There are stories in here, all of them really are joy and are joyful and triumph, morning joy, and the point is to really relate to people that there is joy in the morning. You do have to go through the morning to get to the joy, but the joy is there.
Yeah. Monique, what have you learned about yourself during this process?
Oh my goodness.
Thought-provoking question.
Very much so. I think I've learned that I think I'm probably stronger than I thought I was, because I wanted to quit with this so many times. It just became,
Why is that?
well, you're dealing with some pretty heavy stuff. People are really trusting you with stories they haven't ever shared.
Yeah.
And here they are putting it in black and white. It's got to be all over the world, but they really looked beyond themselves and they said, hey, if there's something in my story that can help someone else, I want to do it. But I tell you what, taking on these, it's one thing to write your own.
Yeah.
But then to have other people's pain combined with yours, it became very heavy at times, but I had to push through. I had to keep this promise to my mom.
Yeah. And you mentioned that promise. So what exactly was the promise? Just to write a book?
It was. My mom was in her final stages, but we had these great moments before she passed away, and I was asking her all of these questions, the true journalist that I am.
Yeah.
And she said to me, she says, you sure are asking me a lot of questions. And I said, well, I guess I am, Mom. And she said, in her Southern dialect, you must be gonna write a book. And I said, yeah, Mom, I am. I said, yeah, before I even realized it. I didn't know it would be this book. It's an anthology, which is a collection of stories on a similar subject. I thought it would be something that I would write myself, but I heard very clearly, Monique, you are a storyteller.
Yeah.
So tell other people's stories, and that's how this came about.
Wow. So December 2nd, or at
Yeah.
the Jesse Norman School of the Arts at 3:30. Tell me a little bit about what folks can expect.
So excited. I am a fanatic when it comes to the Jesse Norman School of the Arts. Full disclosure, I'm a board member. My daughter is also an alum. I can't say enough great things about the school, and I wanted to partner with an entity in the community that I knew was doing good work. And so proceeds from every sale of the book that day, some proceeds are going to go to the Jesse Norman School of the Arts to help continue the amazing programming that they do.
Cool. And you want folks to purchase the book before, so bring your own book.
That would be great. We're doing this whole thing of BYOC. Bring your own copy. The book is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy, bring it. I'll sign it. We'll chit-chat, take some pictures, and give back to a great cause at the same time.
Yeah, so what's next for you after the book signing?
I don't know. I've been talking with some of the co-contributors, and we've been discussing maybe doing a tour, maybe hitting each city that the women are from, because we have stories in here. Women are from Florida, Charlotte, Columbia, Atlanta, all over, and right here in the CSRA as well. So we're looking at the possibility of taking this on the road.
So did you put feelers out to find these women from all over the country?
All of these women I have a unique connection with, and what I began to notice, Sean, is that women of my age group, I should say.
So 25?
Yes, and holding.
Okay.
We all started losing our moms. It seemed like every day on social media I was seeing another story about another person losing their mom.
And you said 8 years coming up. So
this month, November 30th, is the day my mom died in my arms.
So the holidays, do you think they're difficult for you?
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I used to, before my mom passed, I really couldn't understand why people would say they hated the holidays. They didn't like Thanksgiving. They didn't like Christmas. And I'm like, how? How do you not like those holidays? Because growing up with my family in Middle Georgia, they were some of the best times. Certainly after my mom transitioned, oh, man. Yeah, they're just not the same, and I get it now. I get it. I'm just like, oh, God, when will this be over?
Yeah.
You want to just kind of get through those days. You stay off social media. You don't want to see other people interacting with their moms. And we talk about all of that. We get really raw in these stories because it takes some rawness to get to the healing part.
I like it.
Yeah.
Monique, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. And we'll be right back.
The live
It's all hands on deck at the U.S. Postal Service as Christmas gifts are being shipped out. The post office says if you want holiday mail to make it for Christmas, send it out by December 16th. For priority, December 20th. The busiest time of year for USPS is the 2 weeks before Christmas.
The best tips we could share, as a lot of common mistakes that we see, are boxes that customers will use that may not be strong enough, or they may be too small for the packaging. So you want to make sure when you pack a box, it's a little larger than the product that you have, and then you want to make sure you can't move it around the product inside. If you can, you want to place bubble wrap inside.
This year, the post office is not charging a peak or demand surcharge on shipping. Happy holidays. It's your chance to help a child smile this holiday season. WJBF News Channel 6 is partnering with our Giving Your Best partners for our annual holiday toy drive. Anytime now between now and December 8th, you can drop off a new unwrapped toy right here at Television Park or any CSRA Security Federal location. Sherry has another check of your wet forecast coming up in less than 3 minutes.
Get ready for
Shop local at Augusta Candle Company.
The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
So the rain is starting to move in our southern lying counties, as we can see on our Live Viper 6 radar. You can see that surge of moisture just coming in from the south. So we should start to see some light rain falling there in that neck of the woods and continue to advance our way over the next couple of hours on this soggy Saturday. So looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam here in Augusta, you can see we've got that cloud cover nice and thick, and also some foggy conditions, especially towards the river and any low-lying areas. So visibility here down to 8 miles, but several areas in the CSRA even more limited. So keep that in mind. We've got some foggy, misty conditions already this morning, and then as that rain moves in, definitely going to need to take some caution with the roads as they will be wet and with the visibility limited. Temperature-wise, though, nice and mild, almost warm, if you will, at 58 degrees, but the winds are nice and calm there for us. So there we go, looking across the CSRA, even some warmer temperatures to our south, 62 in Louisville, 63 in Sylvania and Barnwell, 60 in Aiken. So lots of warm temperatures all across the board thanks to that warm, moist air coming from the Gulf. So we can see here on our water vapor loop, all the green you see here is not necessarily rain, it's just moisture in the atmosphere that's really surging in from the Gulf, giving us that cloud cover, and also associated with that front, also some prefrontal rain as well. So our farmers forecast, we certainly need that rain as it is not looking good, especially to our north. We have not only the first and second, but also the third level of drought, which is considered severe. So certainly looking for some rain, and today is our best chance at it, as we're looking at a 90% chance of rain for your Saturday, and a little bit more rain coming in on Sunday as well. So for your weekend, that's going to be our best chance of rain for the next several days. After that front passes through, we'll start to dry out for the rest of the week. So let's start off the month of December, hopefully looking good for that drought monitor. So let's look at the timing here with our futurecast. So here we are this morning with that rain starting to move in. By lunchtime, that's when we'll really start to see more of a widespread of it as it moves in from the south. And then through the afternoon, that's when have our best chance of some heavier rain. I'm cautious to say heavy rain because I don't think it's going to be quite as dramatic as the model is making it out to be, but certainly rain, moderate at times, and maybe some heavy pockets there. And that will continue to push through in the afternoon hours, so definitely going to need that rain jacket throughout most of the afternoon and into the evening hours. But then we'll get a little bit of break as we move into our Sunday, and as that cold front comes through, we'll have one last round of rain coming through Sunday morning, but then after lunch on Sunday, we'll start to clear out, maybe even get some sunshine late in the afternoon. afternoon Sunday before we clear out. So it's a big day today, game day in Atlanta for the SEC Championship as the Bulldogs take on Alabama. Kickoff time is at 4 o'clock, so if you're traveling to Atlanta, definitely keep in mind that the roads could be a little bit yucky as it's going to be raining there as well. But temperature's nice and warm at 63 degrees at 4 o'clock with winds coming from the south-southeast with that warm air coming in at 9 miles per hour. So 10-day forecast, so a wet weekend on tap, but it's going to be on the warm side with temperatures up to the 70s for your Sunday. But then with that passing cold front, we'll start to see temperatures level back out to where we should be this time of year with temperatures in the 50s during the day and 30s at night. That's your forecast, and we'll be right back.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys. Children first. Technology.
You could see a lot of light here. Cars are out there actually hydrating.
Hey, Dad. Mom home?
She's on her way, bud.
Hey, hon. Nasty out there.
Glad you're home.
Stay safe.
I will. Tell them to save you some.
When others head in, we head out. Dominion Energy.
I'm calling about my accident.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
We are less than 24 hours away from kickoff between Georgia and Alabama in the SEC Championship. No other conference title game has more bearing on who makes the college football playoff than the one in Atlanta. There is so much excitement for the SEC Championship game this weekend because of Georgia and Alabama's long-standing rivalry. But there's also a lot of history between not only the programs, but the two head coaches as well. Kirby Smart and Nick Saban both spoke to the media about the importance of this game and what they think it should mean to the committee moving forward.
I don't know. People try to demean the value and say that, oh, it's only important that you win the playoff and you win the national championship. There's a lot of merit to winning a SEC conference championship, especially when you add the teams we're going to add.
I think that the SEC is one of the best conferences in the country. I think Georgia, they're one of the best 4 teams in the country. I think if we beat them, we'd be one of the best 4 teams in the country because, you know, teams do, there's a transformation that goes through the season. So I think it would be a disrespect to the SEC if there is an SEC representation in the Final Four. I do believe that.
Kickoff is at 4 p.m. inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In the GIAA 2A State Football Championship, Edmund Burke Academy took on Gatewood as they look for their first championship title in school history. The Spartans led at halftime 10-3, and it looked like Gatewood might respond, but the defense stepped up and helped secure the victory 16-10. After the game, head coach Andy Woodard talked about how proud he is of his team and what it meant to have a crowd full of people cheering for the Spartans.
It's an unbelievable experience, man. To God be the glory. You know, our kids had tons of fight and determination tonight. We knew that we were going to have to play a defensive game, and we did. And our defense stepped up, made play time after time. Big 4th down stop. You know, then we were able to force the turnover late and run the clock out. Listen, defense wins championships, and we've had a great one all year long. It's unbelievable. It's the very first state championship in school history. This is our 4th title game, and we come up short 3 times, and to win one is unbelievable. All the credit goes to the kids and the coaches and our fans for showing up being the 12th man tonight.
A huge congrats to Coach Woodard and the Spartans. Well, the number 2 seed Augusta University volleyball team defeated number 7 seed Tusculum 3-1 to advance to the NCAA Southeast Region semifinals on Saturday evening. The Jaguars will take on PBC Conference foe Lander at 5 p.m. on December 3rd inside Cuddy Arena in Wingate, North Carolina. Westside boys basketball is ranked 14th in the state and showing no signs of slowing down after winning a state title last year. Taking on Cross Creek on Friday night, the Patriots led 40-29 at the break and came out even stronger in the second half, leading 75-51. That's Jarius Atkinson getting the slam to extend the lead. And then with 14 seconds left, Jamarcus Crawford lays it in, and that would put the game away as the Westside Patriots got the 33-point win over Cross Creek, 95-62. The Augusta University men's basketball team is celebrating earning the program's 1,000th win, which happened on Tuesday against Claflin. They want to celebrate with their fans this weekend during Sunday's game at Chris and Berry Fieldhouse. So here's Jags head coach Dick Mitras on what 1,000 wins means and why he's given away cash to one lucky fan on Sunday.
1,000 wins is a long time. I've been fortunate to coach over 400 of them, I guess. I was assistant for another 100, so I guess I've been here for half of them. But no, it's great. Ex-players from the 70s reached out, guys I coached, and they're the reason we've had wins, because you get good players, you get to win some games around here.
Sunday, I heard you guys got a special little promotion going on in honor of 1,000th win.
Yeah, you know, I kind of jokingly said, once we win 1,000 games, we should give out $1,000. I got $1,000 to give away.
Real hard cash.
And all you got to do is be present when I sign up. In the second half, somebody's going to walk out a winner with $1,000.
It could be you. Tip off on Sundays at 1 p.m. And that does it for morning sports.
All right, Kira, thank you. Coming up at 9 o'clock on Good Morning Augusta, what to buy for the hard to buy this holiday season? That's coming up after Good Morning America.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
Check this out. Subway is adding a different kind of footlong to its menu. Starting next year, restaurants across the country will start carrying footlong cookies. But a few cities, including Chicago, will get to try them even sooner. It's in honor of National Cookie Day on December 4th. Fans can get cookies at Dallas, Miami, and New York City locations. So maybe someone from here will be traveling there and they can go ahead and get that.
Hey, I like the sound of that.
Yes. I like the sound of this rain. You know, we need it.
We do need the rain, and certainly we're going to get some. So have that rain gear handy if you're out and about today, as we're looking at a soggy Saturday with rain showers moving in over the next couple of hours and continuing until Sunday about midday.
Okay. Sounds good to me, Sherry. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. We're back at 9 o'clock. Until then, have a good day.